Beautiful. Thank you for joining me for a 90-minute yoga class. My name is Holly. I use she, her pronouns. We're going to start with a few rounds of sun salutes to warm up our body, and then we will hop into 26 and 2 yoga, 26 postures, and 2 breathing exercises. If at any point in class something does not feel right for your body, remember that you can modify a posture, you can do something else, or you can skip it entirely. Yoga can be challenging at times, and that's okay, but we're never going to a point of pain. You always want to remember that you are your greatest teacher in this class. For the sun salutes, you can come towards the top of your mat with your feet close together, arms down by your side. I'm going to stand back a bit and show you in periphery. We're going to start with 2 rounds of half sun salutes to warm up the body, and then we will go into 3 rounds of full sun salutes. If the half salutes are speaking to you, keep doing those. They're particularly great if you have like a wrist, elbow, or shoulder injury. Okay, bring your feet close together, hands at heart center, and we'll begin by saluting Surya, the god of sun. As you inhale, lift your arms up overhead, look up as if you're saluting or greeting the sun. Exhale through your nose, bend your knees, fold forward, hands to floor, relax your head. Inhale through your nose, look forward and lengthen into a halfway lift. You can have your hands on your thighs, your shins, or the floor in front of you. Exhale through your nose, bend your knees, fold again, let your head hang heavy. Inhale, chin away from your chest, arms with your ears, root to rise, lift up, look up. Exhale, hands down. That was a half sun salute. We'll do another one of those. Inhale, lift your arms, look up. Exhale, arms with ears fold. Inhale, look forward, lengthen. Exhale, fold, knees can bend. Inhale, chin away from your chest, arms with your ears, lift up with a flat back, look up. Exhale, hands down. You can continue the half sun salutes or join me in 3 rounds of Surya Namaskar, a sun salute. Inhale, arms up, look up. Exhale, stomach in, fold. Inhale, look forward, lengthen. Exhale, hands to floor, shoulder width distance, step back into a plank or tabletop position. On your next exhale, hug your elbows in and lower down halfway. Inhale, push up into a back bend. You can do cobra with elbows bent and thighs on the floor, or up dog with arms straight and thighs off the floor. Exhale, tuck your toes under, lift your hips up for down dog. You can bend one knee, straighten the other, pedal out your legs, and then press your heels to the floor, hips to the ceiling. Drop your head, look for your thighs behind you. If down dog is not speaking to you, come down onto your knees and take a child's pose instead. Sink your hips down as you reach your arms forward. On your next inhale, hands to the floor, look forward, step forward, lengthen into a halfway lift, back flat. Exhale as you fold, stomach to thighs. Inhale, arms with the ears, root to rise, lift up, look up. Exhale, hands down. Inhale, lift your arms, look up. Exhale, fold, connect to the breath. Inhale, lengthen the arms and legs, look forward. Exhale, hands to floor, step back into your plank or tabletop. You are welcome to go from your plank or tabletop directly into a down dog or child's pose, or take a chaturanga, lean forward, hug your elbows in, lower down. Inhale, push up into a back bend. Again, you can do cobra or up dog. Exhale, tuck your toes under, lift your hips up for down dog, or sink your hips down for child's pose. Either way, make your arms long, spread your fingers wide, and especially if you're in down dog, root down through your knuckles and palms so that you're not putting all of your body weight on your wrists. Inhale, look forward, step forward, lengthen halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms with your ears, lift up with a flat back, look up. Exhale, hands down. Last one, inhale, lift your arms, look up. Exhale, arms with ears, fold. Inhale, neck long, lengthen. Exhale, hands to floor, step back, high plank, keep exhaling, lower down. Inhale, push up into your back bend. Exhale, tuck your toes under, lift your hips up for down dog, or sink your hips down for child's pose. If you're doing child's pose, sink your hips back towards your heels. If you're doing down dog, press your heels to the floor. If your heels aren't touching the floor, you can take a step that's wider than your hips. And if you have tight hamstrings, you can micro bend your knees to take weight away from the backs of the legs. Otherwise, press your thighs back, heels down, hips up, push the floor away from you. Inhale, look forward, step forward, lengthen. Exhale, fold, connect to the breath. Inhale, arms with ears, root to rise, lift up, salute the sun. Exhale, hands down. Beautiful, that's our little warm up. We will now hop into 26 and 2 yoga. Come to the middle of your mat space with your feet together, toes, heels touching nicely for 2 sets of standing pranayama deep breathing. You'll inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. All the time against the back of your throat. Bring your feet together, toes, heels touching nicely. Interlock your 10 fingers, cross your thumbs, and glue your knuckles underneath your chin. Rock your weight into your heels. Relax your shoulders down away from your ears. You made it to class. Concentrate, meditate, and begin. Inhale, chin down and arms up. Breathe in through your nose. Lift your elbows up. Suck your stomach in. Fill up your lungs. Exhale, head up. Exhale through your mouth. Slowly push your head back. Reach your arms forward. Keep exhaling. Elbows touch. Inhale, elbows out and arms up. Slowly bring your chin down. Look straight ahead. Lift your elbows all the way up. Breathe deep, full lungs. Exhale, head up. Slowly push your head back. Look way, way, way back for the wall behind you. Elbows touch, pointing to the wall in front of you. Inhale, head down. Breathe in through your nose. Down through your throat to the very bottom of your lungs. Exhale, head up as you exhale. Open your mouth wide like you're fogging up a mirror on the ceiling. Arms forward, elbows touch. Inhale, head down. Every new inhale, you want to take in more air than the last breath to expand your lung capacity. Exhale, head up. The more you exhale here, the more fresh oxygen you can take in on your next breath. Push the air out. Inhale, head down. So make this the deepest breath so far. Breathing into the top of the lungs, middle of the lungs, bottom of the lungs, full lungs. Exhale, head up. In our day-to-day life, we don't really use the full lung capacity, but the lungs need to be worked out like any other part of the body. Inhale, head down. So we're learning to breathe a little slower, a little longer, a little deeper, full lungs. Exhale, head up. You're practicing breath awareness and body awareness. Keep the weight in your heels. Look back, arms forward, elbows touch. Inhale, head down. So weight stays in the heels. Try not to rock back and forth or side to side. Root down through your heels. Exhale, head up. As you exhale, just your head drops back. No backward bending. Keep shoulders over hips. Hips over heels, elbows touch away from your body. Inhale, head down. Contract your quadricep muscles, gluteal muscles, suck your stomach in. Exhale, head up. Even as you exhale, abdominal wall stays contracted. Shoulders down, elbows up, triceps parallel to the floor. Inhale, head down. So just the neck and arms are moving. Lower body stays still like a statue. Look straight ahead. Exhale, head up, take your time, use your knuckles to push your head back, squeeze your palms, wrists, forearms, and elbows together. Inhale, head down. This is the last breath in the first set. Make your spine a little longer, elbows a little higher, lungs a little fuller, suck your stomach in, breathe deep, full lungs. Exhale, head up, take your time, eyes open, hips forward, legs locked, stomach in, keep exhaling, push, squeeze, elbows touch. Change, arms down, you can roll out your shoulders and head. Great. Second set, feet together. Interlock your fingers. You can switch the grip. Other thumb, pinky finger on top. Bring all of your knuckles underneath your chin like glue. Squeeze your thighs and glutes, stomach in. Grow taller out of the base of your spine. And begin. Inhale, chin down and arms up. Breathe in through your nose. Lift your elbows up. Suck your stomach in. Fill up your lungs. Exhale, head up, exhale through your mouth. Slowly relax your head back, reach your arms forward, keep exhaling, elbows touch. Inhale, head down for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Full lungs. Exhale, head up for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Elbows touch. 1. Inhale, head down. Use the full 6 seconds to inhale. Take in more and more and more air. Exhale, head up. Use the full 6 seconds to exhale. Synchronize your breath with body movements. Elbows touch when your lungs are empty. Inhale, head down. So think of your throat as a valve, slightly constricted, breathing in through the nose against the back of the throat. Exhale, head up. You're not using your vocal cords. It's just a subtle Darth Vader, HA sound as you relax your head back. Reach your arms forward, elbows touch. Inhale, I'll do a few with you. Breathe deep, full lungs. Exhale. Elbows touch. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, strongest one so far. Exhale, eyes open. Inhale, two more. Exhale. Inhale, head down, last breath, second set. Deepest breath of your life when your lungs are totally full. Surprise yourself. Take in one more sip of air. Exhale, head up. Take your time. Let everything go through the exhale breath. Any worries, any cares, let them go. Be here now. Elbows touch. Change, arms down. We'll continue Ardha Chandrasana with Padastasana, half moon with hands to feet pose, feet together. Inhale, arms up, palms together, interlock your fingers, release your index fingers, cross your thumbs. Nice tight grip, don't lose the grip. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, bend right and left, right and left. Every time you pass through the middle, reach up a little taller, like you're trying to touch the ceiling. We're just slowly starting to wake up our body at the beginning of class. When you can't stretch anymore, come to stop in the middle. Bring the weight into your heels. Press your hips a little forward, hips and pelvis open. Squeeze your palms together, upper body back, touch your biceps to your ears. Engage your abdominal wall and use your grip strength to keep your palms together, wrists straight. Inhale, breathing, stretch up out of your waist, try to touch the ceiling. Exhale, breathing, absolutely straight line, slowly bend your body to the right. Good, without bending your elbows, without bending your knees, continuously push your hips to the left beyond your flexibility. You're trying to create a tremendous stretching feeling on the left side of your body, all over, inside out, bones to skin, fingers to toes. Just remember, it's the first posture of the day. Beautiful, there's no rush, know where you need to be, nothing you have to prove to yourself, to me, to anyone else. All you have to do is breathe in and out through your nose. This is a gift that you've given yourself and no one can take it away from you. Once you can breathe, focus on alignment. Keep the weight in your heels, hips a little forward, head and arms back, touch your biceps to your ears. Push your left hip forward to get your two hips in line. Now bring your right shoulder forward, open your chest like a flower petal blooming. If you have breath and alignment, then you can go for depth at the end. Come down, push, push, push. Change. Inhale to come up, stop in the middle. Drop the shoulders, lift your chin and chest, engage your abdominal wall, squeeze palms together. Inhale, stretch up super tall, try to touch the ceiling. Exhale, slowly bend to the left, press your hips to the right, breathe. You're stretching the right side body, toning the left side body, don't collapse. Lift your chin, lift your chest. It's a very proud posture and you have a lot to be proud of for practicing yoga today. Good for you. Keep the weight in your heels, contract your quadricep muscles, lift your kneecaps, squeeze your glutes, lock your legs. So throughout class, you're going to hear me say lock your legs. What I mean by that, sure, the legs are straight, but they're also engaged. You're lifting the kneecaps up using your strength as well as flexibility. Same thing with the arms, right? Press the biceps towards the ears, squeeze your palms together, push the pads of your fingers into the backs of your hands, white knuckle grip. Move your right hip a little forward, left shoulder a little forward, come down, push, push, push. Change. Inhale to come up, stop in the middle. First back bend of the day. This is the only posture that I can't show and tell at the same time. Take a deep breath. Full lungs, keep your eyes open and relax your head back. Once your head is dropped back, you're going to do little sips of air in and out through the nose off of that initial big breath. Keep your eyes open, look for the floor behind you. Squeeze your butt, lift your chest, and immediately bring your arms back with your ears. Try to touch the wall behind you. So whole spine backward bending from coccyx to the neck, lower back, middle back, upper back, bend your total spine backward bending. Keep the weight in your heels, eyes open, lock your legs. Inhale, breathing, push stomach, thighs, hips forward. Keep your eyes open, chest up. Push your hands away from your face. Now bring your arms back, look back, fall back, way back, go back, more back, change. Inhale to come up, big stretch up, decompress the spine, stomach in. Exhale, bend your knees, arms of yours fold, hinge at your hips. You want to go in and out of this posture with a flat back, straight spine, hands to floor, drop your head, go for a walk. Move your hips, shake your head. This is a U-turn from back bending to forward folding. At the beginning of class, your spine might not be quite warmed up yet. Move your hips to get your lower back nice, relaxed, comfortable, easy, flexible. Padastasana, hands to feet pose. Bend your knees halfway. You can grab the backs of your calves, your Achilles, or your heels from underneath. Step on all 10 fingers. Pull on your heels. Roll your weight into your toes and lift your hips up. Stretch your upper body down from the lower spine to the floor. Pulling is the object of stretching. You're trying to create a tremendous stretching feeling on the back of your body, all over, inside out, bones to skin, fingers to toes with a smiling, happy face. It's kind of poetic. Knees can stay bent, right? You want to touch stomach to thighs, chest to knees, maybe even face to the shins below the knees, never forcing your body. Pull on your heels, find your edge, roll a little bit more weight into your toes, lift your hips up, push your knees back, stretch your spine down. Change, stomach in, arms with yours, hands together, lift up with a flat back. Knees can bend as you lift, arms down, and you stand a little taller, right? That's the whole goal. Lovely. Second set, feet together, inhale, arms up, palms together. Hello, hello, interlock fingers, release index fingers, cross thumbs, other thumb, pinky finger on top. Notice if hands are coming apart, squeeze palms together, wrists straight, arms with ears, press your heels down, pull your abdomen in, inhale, stretch up. Exhale, slowly drop to the right, press your hips to the left. Remember that this is time that you have carved out for yourself. So if something that I'm describing doesn't feel good to you, you don't have to do it, right? All you have to do is breathe through the nose. Use your right hand to pull your left hand to the top right corner of the room. Press your left heel into the floor, press your right heel into the floor, push your hips further to the left, come down, push, push, push. Change, stop in the middle. Press your heels down, pull your abdomen in, inhale, stretch up. Exhale, slowly drop to the left, press your hips to the right, look straight ahead, mouth closed, eyes open, focus forward. If your eyes are wandering, your mind is wandering, this is time just for you. Keep the weight in your heels, hips forward, arms back with the ears. Push your right hip a little forward to get your two hips in line. Now bring your left shoulder forward, open your chest like a flower petal blooming, come down, push and push and push. Change, stop in the middle. Second heart opener, take a deep breath, full lungs, keep your eyes open, relax your head back, squeeze your butt, lift your chest, and take your arms back with your ears. If you can see your hands, notice if they're coming apart, squeeze your palms together up to the wrists. Think of your arms and legs as extensions of your spine. So weight is in the heels, quads contracted, glutes contracted, push stomach, thighs, hips forward, push your hands away from your face. If you can see the wall behind you or the floor behind you, start to tilt your index fingers down towards the floor, opening the shoulders a little bit more. Bring your arms back, look back, fall back, way back, go back, more back. Change, come on up, stretch up, decompress the spine, exhale, fold, going in and out with a flat back. Hands to floor, drop your head, go for another walk, move your hips, shake your head. Notice what's a little bit more loose in the second set, what's still a little tight or tender, right? At the beginning of class, we're still just checking in with body, mind, and spirit. Be here now. Padastasana, bend your knees halfway. You can grab the backs of your legs or your heels from underneath. All 5 fingers together, thumbs with the index fingers, little baby fingers touch side by side. Wrap your elbows back behind you. Try to touch elbows together behind you, stomach to thighs, chest to knees, face to the shins, below the knees. No room for light and air between the upper and lower body. Pull on your heels. Roll your weight into your toes and lift your hips up. So hips lifting up, spine stretching down. Stretch, slide stomach down, thighs, chest down, knees, maybe nose between the calves. One day the top of the head touches the top of the toes. Wrap the elbows back a little bit more, eyes open, stomach in. Everybody roll forward, find your edge. Lift your hips up, push your knees back, try to lock your knees, lock your knees, lock your knees. Change, come on up, hands together, arms with ears, knees can bend as you lift up. So nice, arms down, and you let that one go. Good for you. awkward Utkatasana. I'm going to come a little closer to you. Step your right foot to the right about 6 inches, hip width distance, insides of your feet perfectly parallel. Bring your arms up, parallel to the floor. Tricep muscles tight, all 5 fingers together, thumbs with your index fingers, fingers in line with your collarbones. Reach your arms forward, pull your abdomen in, bend your knees, sit back and down into a chair. Nice feet flat position, spine straight to begin with, 100% of your body weight in your heels. Sit down halfway only, hips into a chair. Suck your stomach in and lean your upper body back. Depression to abdominal wall, contraction to abdominal muscles, suck it in, hold it in tight. Notice if your knees are coming in or out. Keep 6 inches between toes, heels, knees, and hands. Move your hips back a little bit more, sit down a little bit more. Now lift your chin up, chest up, lean back, fall back, way back, change. Come on up, keep your arms there. Press your hips a little forward. So think about tucking your tailbone under, spread your toes wide, lift your heels up. Come up maximum on your tippy toes like a ballerina. Stretch up at the top, bend your knees, sit down, lean back. Touch your head and hips to an imaginary wall behind you. Lift your heels a little higher, shins forward, knees a little higher, stretch up, sit down into a chair, but don't sit below a chair. Change. Last part, come on up, still breathing. Squeeze your knees together. Let your heels come a little off the floor and slowly sit down. Take your time. Listen to your body, stop whenever you want or sit all the way down. You can also always put your hands on the floor if it helps you sit down and get that range of motion in the knees and hips. Squeeze your knees together and forward, thighs parallel to the floor, arms parallel to the thighs, spine perfectly straight. From the side, looks like you're holding a box. Change, slowly come up, squeeze your knees together, push the floor away from you. Good. Heels down, right foot back, arms and shoulders down, take a breath. Good. Second set, step your right foot to the right, same footprint, insides of your feet parallel. Bring your arms up parallel to the floor. Tricep muscles are engaged the whole time. Abdominal wall engaged the whole time. Reach your arms forward, pull the abdomen in, bend your knees, sit back and down. So you can stick your butt out and fold forward if it helps you get your thighs parallel to the floor. Keep your neck long, look forward. Suck your stomach in, lift your upper body off of the lower body. You're reaching the arms forward and moving your hips back in opposite directions. Lift your chin up, chest up, stretch up. Change, come on up, keep your arms there, press your hips forward, try to eliminate any curvature in the lower back, spread your toes wide, lift your heels up, concentrate, meditate, levitate, stretch up, sit down. Lift the heels a little higher in the second set, stretching out the toes. Heels a little higher, knees a little higher, engage the lower abdominal wall. Use your side torso to stay lifted, sit down into a chair, but don't sit below a chair. Change. Last part, come on up, still breathing. Squeeze your knees together. Let your heels come a little off the floor and slowly sit down. The slower you do, the better you do. You're building a lot of strength, balance, control. Stop when there's still a gap between hips and heels. Pull the abdomen in, drop the shoulders down. Make sure your fingertips are together, eyes open, breathe. And change, slowly come up, stomach in, knees together. Okay, heels down, right foot back, arms and shoulders down. Take a breath. We're never in such a rush that we can't take a moment to breathe, right? Eagle Garudasana. Look at your arms, identify which arm is right, which arm is left. Don't mix them up. Keep in mind, I'm not mirroring you. We will do the right side first. Inhale your arms over your head, big stretch up. Exhale. Swing right arm, under left arm, right under left, palms together, thumbs towards your nose. You can also interlace fingers, grab a thumb, or grab your shoulders and give yourself the big bear hug. Pull your elbows down, bend your knees, sit back and down, hips into a chair, stay down there, lean back and bring your right leg over your left leg, right leg over left leg, cross your legs each other, twist like ropes. Eventually wrap your right foot behind your left calf muscle. If your foot is coming out, sit down more. If you're losing your balance, arch your upper body back. Bring your knees to the right, upper body to the left, twist like ropes. You want your elbows over your knees and the weight in your heel, hips and shoulders even. Sit down a little bit lower, pull the elbows down, stomach in, arch your upper body back at the end. Change, feet together, arms up. Let's do the left side. Swing left arm, under right arm, left under right, palms together, thumbs towards your nose, pinkies away from your face. Remember, you can also do other variations with your shoulders. Pull your elbows down, bend your knees, sit back and down. Keep your hips low, just like the first part of awkward chair pose. Lean back and bring your left leg over your right leg. Cross first at your hamstring to quad. Eventually, you're going to wrap your left foot behind your right calf. This side might feel different from the other side. This posture might feel different from the last time you practiced it, right? That's okay. All you have to do is breathe. And once you can breathe, focus on alignment. Bring your knees a little to the left, upper body to the right. Notice if one hip is way higher than the other, right? You want to get your hips and shoulders even. From here, bring the weight back into your heel. If you have breath and alignment, then go for depth. You can fold forward and stick your butt out to sit down more, and then lean your upper body back, hold and breathe. Change, good. Feet together, arms up. We're going to go into second set. Swing right arm, under left arm, palms together, thumbs towards your nose, pinkies away from your face, pull your elbows down, one day fingers below the nose. Bend your knees, sit back and down, lean back and bring right leg over left leg, hamstring over quadricep, cross twist, squeeze and breathe. Push your left hip a little forward, right shoulder a little forward, wrists, elbows, knees, and ankles all in one line. If your foot is coming out, sit down more. If you're losing your balance, arch your upper body back, knees to the right, upper body to the left, twist like ropes. Remember, you can fold forward to sit down more, and then lean your upper body back. Change, feet together, arms up, last one, here we go. Swing left arm, zoom, under right arm, palms together, eventually wrists straight, and maybe even fingers in line one day. Pull your elbows down, bend your knees, sit back and down. Lift your chest, keep your hips low, and bring left leg over right leg. If your foot is wrapping, try to eliminate the gap between your left ankle and right calf muscle. Push your top leg into your bottom leg, press your palms together. Feel deep compression along the center line of your body. You're opening all the major joints in the body, deltoid, scapula, elbows, wrists, hips, knees, and ankles. Sit a little lower, breathe a little slower, upper body back at the end. Change, feet together, arms up, arms down, party time. You can grab a sip of water if you want. Cheers, friends. Okay, let us continue. Standing, I had to think about that. Standing at Jani pose, Dandayamana, Janu Shavasana. Shift your weight to your left leg, lock your left leg, lift your right leg up, flex your toes back, engage your abdominal wall. Option to stay here or round down and pick up your right foot, all 10 fingers interlocked, webbing to webbing grip. From start to finish, standing legs should be solid, concrete, one piece, lamp post, unbroken, you have no knee. If you've been coming for a while and you know your left leg is locked, no bend, no wobble. Inhale, breathing slowly, gently, lift your right leg up. Stretch it forward until your right leg is exactly parallel to the floor, beautiful. No higher, no lower, standing leg lock. Take a breath. Kick your heel forward, flex all 5 toes back towards your face from the ankle. You're training your Achilles to stretch. If your standing leg is bending, lift your hips. If both legs lock from the side legs, make an L like Linda, lengthen your spine, lock your arms, puff up your chest, and then bend your elbows down. Touch your elbows to your calf muscles, chest down more. One day elbows go below the calf muscles. You should be able to hold and breathe at your deepest point. Lock your knee, lock your knee, lock your knee. Change, slowly reverse out, arms straight, bend the right leg, right foot down. Shift your weight to your right foot, evenly distribute your body weight on your right foot without grabbing the floor with your toes and without sinking back into your heel. You really want to ground down through all 4 corners of the right foot. Contract your inner thigh as well as your outer thigh. Lift your kneecap, use your side seat, use gluteus minimus and maximus. So all the muscles in the standing leg are working. Pull the abdomen in, lift your left leg up, flex your toes back. Try to keep your hips even, so one hip is not way higher than the other. Option to stay here or round down, maybe an inch or 2, and eventually pick up your left foot like you're about to help your best friend over a fence, all 10 fingers interlocked. You are also welcome to start with your knee higher into your chest so that you don't have to round down as much. Eventually you start with your heel directly under the knee. This is a good place to be. You can stay here, or when you're ready, slowly lift your left leg up. Press your heel forward, flex your toes back. You're training your Achilles to stretch. Take a breath. Kick your heel forward, continuously keep kicking without stopping, without intermission. And again, if your standing leg is bending a lot, lift your hips up. You want your knee directly over your ankle. It's not that you're jamming your knee back, right? But you are trying to lock both legs. So both quadricep muscles engaged, right? The kneecaps lifting up. If both legs lock, you feel tremendous stretching feeling on the backs of both legs, maybe even a cramp on your thigh, then bend the elbows down. Touch elbows to calf muscles, chest down, shoulders down. One day elbows go below the calf muscles. Can you press your heel forward more, flex your toes back, lock both legs, change. Slowly reverse out. You can put your hands on your back and do a little back bend or a knee bend. Take a breath. Let's do it again. Second set, shift your weight to your left leg, lock your left leg, lift your right leg up, core tight, round down, pick up your right foot, all 10 fingers interlocked. Concentrate, meditate, don't forget to have fun. Inhale, lift your right leg up. Your only job in the world right now is to lock your standing leg. What a relief. If both legs lock, bend elbows down. If elbows go below calf muscles, slowly tuck your chin to your chest. Put your forehead on your knee. Hold and breathe at your deepest point. Whenever you're ready, slowly reverse out. Good for you. Change. Shift your weight to your right leg. Squeeze your right thigh tight. Lift your left leg up. Flex your toes back. This is a moving meditation. Round down. Pick up your left foot. All 10 fingers interlocked. Keep your right big toe on the floor. Inhale, lift your left leg up. Right big toe on the floor. If both legs lock, bend elbows down. Right big toe on the floor. Elbows go below calf muscles, big toes still on the floor. Tuck your chin to your chest. Put your forehead on your knee. Keep the big toe down. Lock your knee, lock your knee, lock your knee, hold. Keep the big toe down. Bring your head up, arms straight, bend the left leg, left foot down. Good for you. Okay, that was a forward curl compression posture. Next, we're gonna do a big back bend, shoulder opener, standing bow pulling pose. Dandayamana, Dhanurasana. Feet together, bring your right hand up, elbow touches the body, palm faces the ceiling, bring your hand out to the right, give yourself a high five for practicing yoga today. Yeah, reach back without turning or twisting your wrist, pick up the inside of your right foot at the ankle bone, thumb with your index finger, bring your left arm up, and back with your ear, knees together to start. There's a small chance that I'm going to sneeze, so don't be alarmed. Lock your left leg, point your right toes, lift your chin and chest, take a breath, stretch up, and slowly charge your body forward. Simultaneously kick your right leg back and up. At first, just find a place where you can balance, breathe, and back bend. Keep your chin and chest lifted. Once you have the balance and the control, start to come down slowly, parallel to the floor. See the foot come directly over the top of your head, from the side, 2 heels in line. Kick back and up, in other words, 2 shoulders in line. Touch your chin to your shoulder, shoulder blade scapula stretching away from the body. Kicking and stretching should be equal, simultaneous, 50-50. The harder you kick, you can balance forever, almost to the end. Body down more, leg up more, charge your body forward, kick up one more time. Change, slowly kick yourself up. Good for you. Feet together, arms down. Bring your left hand up, out to the left. Reach back without turning or twisting your shoulder. Pick up the inside of your left foot at the ankle. Thumb with your index finger. Bring your right arm up and back. Notice if one hip is way higher than the other. Try to get your hips in line, maybe even knees close together. This is a great place to stay. You can always stay here in the setup. You're already working on balance, flexibility, strength, stretching the shoulders apart. If you got a grip on your foot, standing leg locked, point your left toes, lift your chin, stretch up, and slowly kick into your hand. Good. Simultaneously charge your body forward Again, just at first, find a place where you can breathe. This is the cardiovascular part of class, so I'm a little bit more quiet here because I too need to breathe, right? In yoga, our #1 priority is the breath. So even as a teacher, if I find that I can't breathe through my nose, it's a sign for me just to be quiet and breathe. Once you can breathe, start to come down parallel to the floor, foot coming over the top of your head. Kick back and up until the left shoulder disappears behind the right shoulder. Reach the right arm forward, relax the left shoulder back, start to kick up towards the ceiling. Kick from your glute, kick from your hamstring, kick from your calf. Point your left toes and come down more, body down more, leg up more, charge your body forward, kick, 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 change. Slowly kick yourself up. Feet together, arms down, take a breath. The first set of that posture is a full minute. The second set is half the time and twice the fun. Here we go. Bring your right hand up, out to the right, reach back, pick up the inside of your right foot, left arm up, knees together. Lock your left leg, point your right toes, lift your chin and chest, stretch up, and slowly kick, stretch, breathe. Kick into your hand. Stretch forward, breathe through your nose. If you fall out, hop back in, kick even harder. Left shoulder forward, right shoulder back, right hip down, left hip back. Body down a little bit more, leg up a little bit more. You're kicking back and you're kicking up, especially towards the end. Kick up to the ceiling, body down, leg up, kick, 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 kick. Change, kick yourself up. Woohoo, feet together, arms down. Last one, left hand up, out to the left, reach back, pick up the inside of your left foot at the ankle, right arm up, knees together. Lift your right kneecap, point your left toes, lift your chin and chest, stretch up, and slowly kick, stretch, breathe. This is a moving meditation. Make it all part of the dance. Keep your chin and chest lifted. Even if you fall out, part of the moving meditation, always hopping back in, body down more, leg up more, charge your body forward, kick up one more time, hold and breathe. Change, slowly kick yourself up. Good for you. Come to the back of your mat, Tula Dandasana balancing stick. We go from one of the longest postures to one of the shortest, very much on purpose. This next posture is only 10 seconds. You have to make up your mind to use 100% of your strength in half a second. If you're late, it's over. Feet together, inhale, arms up, palms together, interlock fingers, release index fingers, cross thumbs, nice tight white knuckle grip, lean back, stretch up. Step your right foot forward, a big step. Shift your weight to your right foot, stretch, point your left toes, and when you're ready, come down. Arms, body, head, legs, everything parallel to the floor. So from the side, body makes a T like Tom, but not a broken umbrella. Body down more, leg up more, charge your body forward, stretch. Good, change, left foot down, right foot back, lean back, stretch up, stomach in, core tight. Step your left foot forward, shift your weight to your left foot, stretch and tilt. Charge your body forward, try to touch the wall in front of you, shoulder blades, scapula stretching away from the body. Keep your arms with your ears, neck long, look forward, body down, leg up, squeeze your palms, stretch. Change slowly with control, right foot down, left foot back, float your arms down, take a breath. Do it again, arms up, palms together, switch the grip, interlock fingers, release index fingers, cross thumbs, lean back, big stretch up to decompress the spine. Step your right foot forward, lock both legs, stretch, and come down. No broken umbrellas. So notice if the knees and elbows are bending, right? It's always form before depth. You don't have to come all the way down. Left hip down, arms with the ears, squeeze your palms together, chest forward, leg up, change, left foot down, right foot back, lean back, stomach in, stretch up, step your left foot forward, right hip forward, even out the hips, stretch and tilt. Come down without letting the right hip lift up. Drop your right hip down, spiral your inner right thigh up, so big toe up, pinky toe down, sole of foot flat to the ceiling, lift your right leg and change. Right foot down, left foot back, arms down. Enough of that, good for you. You can come to the top of your mat and face the long side of your mat for the separate leg series. I will face you. We'll begin with standing separate leg stretching. Dandayamana, Bikram Paschimottanasana. Inhale your arms over your head, big stretch up. Exhale, step your right foot to the right, nice big step. Arms down parallel to the floor. You can turn your toes in and pigeon toe your feet. You can also keep your toes forward and the insides of your feet parallel, especially if you have active sciatica, point the toes forward. Otherwise, you can play around with toes turning in. Lock your legs, lift your chest, swan dive forward, hinge at your hips. So you're contracting your quadricep muscles all the way down. Lots of options. You can put your hands on the floor. You can grab the outsides of your feet. You can even grab your heels from behind. Pull on your heels. Roll your weight into your toes. Lift your hips up. Push your knees back. Lock your legs. Hold and breathe. Lift the kneecaps. Contract the quadricep muscles. Lift your hips. Roll forward. Stretch. First the leg stretching. Then the hip stretching. Then the lower spine stretching. Whole spine stretching. Whole body stretching. 3 60-degree angle stretching. Coccyx to toes. Coccyx to forehead, touch your forehead to the floor in between your feet. If your forehead is not yet touching the floor, take a wider step. Everybody roll forward, find your edge, pull and stretch and breathe. Touch your head to the floor in between your feet. Good, change, slowly come up, take your time. Very nice, step your right foot back, arms up, arms down, breathe. If your forehead touched the floor in the first set, take a smaller step so that your hamstrings and spine can stretch more. If your forehead was nowhere near the floor, maybe try taking a little bit of a wider step so that your head can come closer to the floor. Second set, arms up. Step your right foot to the right, nice big step, whatever works for you. Arms down parallel to the floor, toes in, heels out, lock your legs, lift your chest and go down. So keep in mind that every body proportion is different. I have a long torso and short legs, so it's pretty easy for me to touch my head to the floor. If you have long legs, first of all, I'm so jealous, but also your head might not touch the floor. That's okay. Think more about rolling forward, contracting the quadricep muscles, lifting the hips up, and folding with a flat back. If you have a grip on your heels, bend your elbows back, elbows to calves, lift your shoulders, shoulders to ceiling, stomach in, belly button to spine. Everybody roll forward, push your big toes down, push your knuckles down, pull, stretch, breathe, touch your head to the floor in between your feet. Change, slowly come up, keep your back flat as you lift. Very nice, lovely. Step your right foot back, arms up, arms down. Next is triangle trikonasana. Inhale your arms over your head, big stretch up. Exhale, step your right foot to the right, nice generous step, arms down parallel to the floor. Press your hips forward, lean your upper body back, turn your right foot out. Left toes in, 2 heels in line. Inhale, bend your right knee and lunge. Sit down low. You want your knee directly over your ankle, shin perpendicular to the floor. Sit down, lean back, and move your arms at the same time. Tilt your upper body to a 45-degree angle. So from your ankle to the crown of your head is one long diagonal line. Look up to the ceiling, touch your chin to your shoulder, look for your left thumb. Reach your left arm up, stretch your right arm down. You can turn your left toes in a little bit. Push your left hip forward and down. Push your right knee back with the help of your elbow. Keep breathing. Now turn and twist upper body back like spine twisting posture. Block your left leg, keep your left foot flat on the floor. Change, rotate your arms, straighten your right leg, right toes in, left toes out, 2 heels in line. Inhale, bend your left knee and lunge, sit down low. If your knee is going way beyond your ankle, take a bigger step, sit down, lean back, and move your arms at the same time. Now, when our hips are tight, we can't sit down very low, and that's okay, right? You're staying light and lifted so that you have this nice 45-degree angle from your head to your ankle. Eventually, you will get your left thigh bicep parallel to the floor. Then maybe elbow in front of the knee. Hover your fingertips between your big and second toe. Don't touch the floor. Don't push any weight on the floor. Look up to the ceiling. Touch your chin to your shoulder. Wherever you are right now, reconnect to your breath. This is the gift of yoga. Push your right hip forward and down, push your left knee back with the help of your elbow. Now turn, twist upper body back like spine twisting posture. Lock your right leg, keep your whole right foot, even your pinky toe flat on the floor. Change, move your arms, straighten your leg, left toes in, right foot back to the place, arms up and arms down. Take a breath. Second set, inhale, arms up. Exhale, step your right foot to the right, nice step. Press your hips forward, lean back. Turn your right foot out, left toes in. Bend your right knee, lunge. Lean back and move your arms at the same time. Elbow in front of the knee, hover your fingertips between your big and second toe, very nice. Don't touch the floor, don't push any weight on the floor. Notice if you're leaning forward, press your hips forward, lean your upper body back, like you could lean against a wall behind you, tricep muscles tight, look up. Be more interested in touching the ceiling than the floor. Left arm up, right arm down, roll the left rib cage back, open your chest like a flower petal blooming. Lock your left leg, keep your left foot flat on the floor. Change, move your arms, straighten your leg, right toes in, left toes out, two heels in line. Inhale, bend your left knee and lunge, sit down low, lean back and move your arms at the same time. Elbow in front of the knee, only if your left thigh bicep is parallel to the floor. Look up and stretch up. Remember that just because you can do something doesn't mean you have to. If it does not feel good to your body, don't do it. You are your greatest teacher. Push your right hip forward and down. Push your left knee back with the help of your elbow. Lean back, left shoulder forward, right rib cage back, turn, twist upper body back, sit down more, chest up more, lock your right leg, keep your right foot flat on the floor. Change, move your arms, straighten your left leg, left toes in, right foot back, arms up and arms down. Lovely. Okay, next we will go into a forward curl, standing, separate leg, head to knee, Dandayamana, Bikaptapada, Janusharasana. Inhale, arms up. Palms together, cross your thumbs. Exhale, step your right foot to the right, 3 to 4 feet, a generous step. Be generous with yourself. Shift your weight to your heels, pick up your toes, pivot on your heels to one side of the room. Turn your back toes in, push your left hip forward, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. 2 hips in line, 2 heels in line. Backside foot makes a 45-degree angle, stretch up. Tuck your chin to your chest and you go down. Chin to chest, stomach in. Round your spine, touch your forehead to your knee, front side compression, throat choked, eyes open, breathing normal. Now to touch your forehead to your knee, you can always try taking a bigger or smaller step. You can bend your front leg. Do keep the back leg straight, back heel on the floor, but you can bend your front leg. You can turn your back toes in more to move the left hip forward more. You can also really push the floor away from you. Tuck your chin to your chest, pull your abdomen in, eventually forehead and knee touch, but you're not forcing your body. Push your forehead into your knee, lock both legs, walk your hands back together, only cross your thumbs. Change, slowly uncurl, press your left hip forward, chin to chest, head up last. Pick up your toes, pivot to the other side of the room, uncross your heels, turn your back toes in, squeeze your right butt cheek, push your right hip forward, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. 2 hips in line, 2 heels in line. Backside foot makes at least a 45-degree angle. You can also turn your toes in even more. Stretch up, tuck your chin to your chest and slowly go down. Anytime we fold forward, and especially anytime we round forward, you want to go slow with control. This is a posture to be cautious of if you have an achy back or a history of slip discs. Doesn't mean you can't do it, right? It just means that you want to go slow and really listen to your body. Part of going slow, of course, it makes it more meditative. Of course, we use more muscles when we go slow rather than when we rush through things. So we're building more strength. But also when we go slow, if something hurts, it's a lot easier to stop there and reassess, right? Versus if we rush through things, not only do we engage less muscles, not only is it less meditative, but it's also a little bit easier to get hurt. Chin to chest, stomach in, touch your exactly forehead and knee together, front side compression, throat choked, eyes open, breathing normal. Push your forehead into your knee, lift your kneecaps, lock your legs, hands together. Change, slowly uncurl, vertebra by vertebra, disc by disc, chin to chest, head up last. Pivot on your heels, step your right foot back, float your arms down, stand tall. Great, second set, head to knee, Janusharasana. Arms up, palms together, cross your thumbs, other thumb on top. It's a moving meditation. Step your right foot to the right, aware of your body in time and space. Pick up your toes, pivot on your heels. Turn your back toes in, squeeze your left butt cheek, move your left hip, left shoulder forward, feel inner thighs squeeze together. Stretch up, chin to chest, go down. Can you look at your belly button all the way down, stomach in? You can't see your front foot all the way down. Now notice if your left hip is sneaking back, you want to move the left hip forward and down, tuck your chin to your chest. And if your forehead and knee didn't touch in the first set, maybe try to bring them a little bit close together here. You're never forcing the body. If your hands are separated, see if you can walk them back together. Maybe thumbs cross, maybe palms together. It'll help with balance and alignment to shift your weight into your front foot. But again, keep your back leg locked, back heel on the floor. Push forehead into knee, lock both legs, lift your kneecaps, hands together, change. Imagine you're dragging your forehead up your thigh or chest, arms with ears, head up last. Pivot on your heels. I'm going to face you for the last one. So the tricks to balance are to keep the weight in your front foot and for your heels to be in line, but not crisscross, right? That'll make it hard to balance. You are not on a tightrope. You are on a yoga mat, so use the space. Turn your back toes in, press your right hip forward, press your palms together, biceps engage. Stretch up, chin to chest, go down, round, scoop, curl, tuck, concave. Round your spine up to the ceiling, push your tips of your fingers into the floor, pull your abdomen in, touch your forehead and knee together. It's a compression posture. We're squeezing, compressing the abdominal wall as we create space between every vertebrae. Hold and breathe. Push your forehead into your knee, lock both legs, hands together, change, press the palms together, arms with ears, chin to chest, head up last. That is so nice. When you're ready, pivot on your heels, step your right foot back, float your arms down. Come to the middle of your mat for tree pose Tadasana. Shift your weight to your left leg, lock your left leg, and lift your right leg up. At first, maybe you place your ankle on your shin, your knee, your thigh. Eventually, hold on to your foot from underneath. Touch your heel to your costume. Option to keep the right knee lifted, or one day let the right knee drop into a half lotus shape. Never force your knees. Right hand up to the center of your chest. And if you can balance, left hand. If your hands are in prayer, actively press your palms together. Feel the biceps engage. Drop the elbows, lift the chest, point your right toes. Temporarily eliminate any curvature in your spine. Stretch up. Lovely. Change, right leg down. Shift your weight to your right leg. Evenly distribute your body weight on your right foot. Lift right kneecap. Lift your left leg up, heel to costume. Slowly, gently let your left knee drop. This side might feel different from the other side. It does for me. That's okay. You can bring your left hand up to the center of your chest. And if you can balance right hand, but if your foot slides right, you can hold on to your foot with your hand. Press the hips forward, lift the chest up, drop the shoulders down, root down through the sole of your right foot and feel this energy from the floor rising all the way up through the crown of your head, root to rise. Good, change, left leg down. You can do a second set of tree pose. You can also try another fun posture called toe stand, Padangusthasana. Look towards the floor, 4 feet in front of you, so your chin is a little away from your chest. Don't move your eyes. Helps with concentration, meditation, focus on and off the yoga mat. Lock your left leg and lift your right leg up. Your foot can be anywhere above your knee, anywhere on the thigh. You can bring one or both hands together. And from here, start to fold forward. Hands to floor, option to stay here or walk your hands forward, lean forward, bring the weight into your arms, lift your left heel, bend your left knee, sit down. You can even bring your knees to the floor as you sit. From here, walk your hands back to either sides of your hips and lift your chest up so your spine is nice and long from the side. Everybody point your right toes. Left hand up to the center of your chest. Right hand, palms together, elbows down, spine straight, come a half inch off your heel. When you're ready, hands to floor, option to come up on 2 feet or push your hands into the floor, lift your hips up to straighten your standing leg, bring your heel back down, and then press your hips forward, lift from the lower ribs to reverse out with a flat back. Good, change, right leg down. A helpful tip. I find that if I think about falling out of a posture, I fall out of the posture. But if I think about where I am in that moment, breathing, if I think about holding the posture, it's a little bit easier to hold the posture. So notice if you're thinking about like worst case scenario versus best case scenario. Think towards the best case. Shift your weight to your right leg, lock your right leg, lift your left leg up, heel to costume, let your left knee drop. You can bring one or both hands together. If your foot's prone to falling, hold on to your foot. Look to the floor, concentrate, meditate. What if the best case scenario happens? Fold forward. Hands to floor, option to stay here or lean forward. The weight is in your arms, not your knee. Lift your right heel, bend your right knee, sit down. And again, you can even bring your knees to the floor so that you really feel grounded. From here, walk your hands back. Lift your chest up, point your left toes. Left hand up to the center of your chest. Right hand, elbows down, spine straight, come a half inch off your heel. When you're ready, hands to floor. You can come up on 2 feet or push your hands into the floor. Use your arm strength to lift your hips up, standing leg straight, heel down, point your left toes, reverse out. Very nice, good stuff. Change, left leg down, honor yourself, give yourself high five, fist bump, turn around, Savasana, head to the front of your mat, feet to the back of your mat. We are on the floor for the rest of class, so I shall adjust our camera angle accordingly. Okay, once again, lie on your back, head to the front, feet to the back, heels together, toes fall open, arms down, palms face the ceiling, eyes open, mouth closed, breathing normal. Savasana is a gas station. Let it fill you up. When you lie with your arms and legs close together, your heart doesn't have to work very hard to pump fresh blood and oxygen through the body. It's a truly restorative posture. Something funny has happened to me since I've moved into my apartment, which has been, gosh, almost 6 months now. And I have like a different carpet in my living room than I'm used to. And it's kind of an unforgiving wool carpet. And in the separate leg series where we're pivoting on our heels a lot, I've noticed that my heel has really started to get like scraped up in a not pleasant way. So now I'm, making sure that I'm pivoting on my mat rather than the carpet, or like today I've kind of brought my leggings underneath my heels so that I have padding there. And I'm sharing this with you because 26 and 2 yoga is a repetitive sequence. It's meditative. It can be very meaningful in the repetition. And also repetition, if not done correctly, or if done haphazardly, or if done while ignoring the body, can be kind of dangerous, right? So especially if you're a frequent practitioner of this style of yoga, if something is hurting your body from the repetition of movement, could be as obvious, like cut and dry as, my heel is getting torn up from pivoting on my heels, or it could be more like, my hip is starting to be aggravated, or my shoulder's bothering me. If there's a repetitive motion in this sequence that does not feel good to your body, skip it for a while. Doesn't mean you have to skip a whole posture. It just might mean you modify it. Doesn't mean you have to modify it forever. It just might mean you modify it for a while. But keep in mind the repetition of the sequence is really powerful and can be used in really like beautiful ways in body, mind, and spirit to heal the body, the mind, and the spirit. And it can also be a little bit ouchy if we're, ignoring a pain or something that's aggravated in our body. So just keep that in mind because of the repetitive nature of it, right? Every once in a while, we need to modify a posture for a spell or skip a posture in the sequence. And that is a beautiful place to be. It's a really good place to be because it means that you're listening to your body. And that's the goal, not to touch your head to your knee, not to lock your knee. The goal is to really listen to yourself and let this be a space where you practice getting what you need, right? Setting boundaries with yourself, boundaries with your yoga practice, with your body, with your heart, with your mind. And as we practice that on the yoga mat, it becomes a little bit easier to get our needs met off of the yoga mat as well. Pavanamuktasana when removing pose. Bend your right leg up, interlock your 10 fingers, grab your right shin, nice tight white knuckle grip. Pull your knee out to the right, down towards your shoulder, completely avoid your rib cage. Keep your head on the floor without lifting your head. Tuck your chin in, look down the center line of your body, pull and breathe. Keep your left leg on the floor. If your left calf muscle does not naturally touch the floor, you can always flex your left toes back to your face to keep the left leg anchored on the floor. Change. Right leg down, bend your left leg up, interlock your 10 fingers nice tight, white knuckle grip. Pull your knee out to the left, down towards your shoulder, avoid your rib cage. Keep your right shoulder, right leg on the floor. It is possible to roll too far to the left, right? So roll to the right. You want to feel your back on the floor, head on the floor, and then pull your knee towards your armpit. Change. Left leg down, both legs lift up, grab your elbows each other. Give yourself a big hug for coming to class today. Good for you. You can grab your elbows, you can grab your forearms, your wrists, you can interlace your fingers. You can also place your hands on your shins, squeeze your knees together and down. Look down the center line of your body, hold and breathe. Eventually, or in the future, when the bone joint skeletal system has improved, the whole spine from coccyx to the neck will be flat on the floor. Keep your head down, look down, change, arms down, eyes open. Take a breath. Second set, bend your right leg up, interlock your fingers, switch the grip, other thumb, pinky finger on top, pull your knee out and down. Push the pads of your fingers into the backs of your hands to strengthen your grip. Pull down, opening through the hip capsule, look down and breathe. Change, right leg down, left leg up, pull your knee out and down. This is a good hip opener. It's actually part of the hip opening series, just like tree pose and toe stand that we did before the break. And you're also purposely putting pressure on your lower abdomen. This posture is good for digestion. Change, left leg down, both legs up, grab your elbows each other. If it's easy to grab your elbows, palm your elbows. You can always get a little bit more compact, especially in the second set. So I often find in these postures in the second set, right, we can get a little bit deeper. Not always, but often. Squeeze your knees together and down, keep your head on the floor, look down the center line of your body, tuck your chin in a little bit, puff your chest up a little bit, press your shins into your forearms, hold and breathe. Change, arms down and eyes open. Next, we do a straight leg sit up. If you have any concerns about your back today, skip the sit up, especially the first sit up. Roll off to the side, meet us on your abdomen. Otherwise, legs together, arms over your head. Cross only your thumbs, palms face the ceiling. Flex your toes back, ground your heels into the floor. Squeeze your butt, lock your legs. Take a breath. Hold your breath. Suck your stomach in, eyes open. Tuck your chin to your chest. Sit up. Round your spine. Exhale, grab big toes. Exhale, elbows to floor, forehead to knees. Great, turn. Lie on your abdomen for the spine strengthening series, starting with Cobra Bhujangasana, good for your lower lumbar spine. Place your hands flat on the floor just below your shoulders so your elbows point up to the ceiling. Zip up your legs. Hello, Amanda's cat. Zip up your legs like a cobra's tail. Toes and heels touch. Oh, that's good. Lock your legs, squeeze your butt, point your feet, push your feet, hips and hands into the floor, look up and lift, stretch your upper body off the floor. Use 100% spine strength. Beautiful. Come up halfway only. Elbows should stay bent. They make an L, a 90-degree angle. You are pressing your hands down here, but you're not like relying on your arms to lift, right? Keep your belly button on the floor. Rather than dropping your shoulders down, see if you can roll your shoulders back and down your spine. Stretch your elbows to your hip bones. Imagine you have a number 2 pencil in between your shoulder blades. Try to squeeze it together, stretching, opening through the chest. Don't forget about your cobra's tail. Keep your feet together, toes and heels touch. Lock your legs, squeeze your butt, push your feet, hips and hands flat into the floor. Now look up, chin up, chest up, stretch up, breathe up. Change slowly with control, lower down, look to your right, left ear on your mat, arms down, palms face the ceiling, toes together, heels fall open. Send deep belly breaths in and out through your nose to massage the front of your body. Breathe deep into any point of tension. Let the floor hold you up. Second set, bring your chin forward. Place your hands flat on the floor below your shoulders, little fingers in line with the deltoids, elbows point up. Zip up your legs, lock your legs, look up and lift. So for a lot of us, when we lock the legs, the kneecaps lift off the floor, but the feet and the hips stay grounded. This is the first of 4 postures on our abdomen. This is called the spine strengthening series. All of these postures, we're strengthening the muscles that surround the spine. It's good for your posture, especially good if you sit at a desk or tend to hunch forward all day. It's nice for lengthening the spine, and especially in the winter months where we hunch forward because it's cold, all these postures are really releasing tension from the front of the body. So keep your shoulders out of your ears, keep your neck long, lift from your chest, lift from your heart, look up, lift up one more time. Good, change, slowly lower down. Look to your left, right, you're on your mat, arms down, palms face the ceiling, bring your big toes together, let your heels fall open. This is an inverse opening to the hips, pelvis, and shoulders. Looking left and right is a nice little neck and shoulder stretch. It can also be a little intense. So if looking left and right does not feel good for your body, you can bend one or both arms so that your hands are close to your face, and that will take pressure off of the neck and shoulder. Bring your chin forward for locust shalabhasana, arm straight position. Rotate your arms, palms face the floor. Option to keep your arms out to the side or bring your arms underneath you. One day pinky fingers touch, but hands never overlap. Spread your fingers wide, palms face the floor. Lock your right leg. Point your right toes and lift your right leg up to a 45-degree angle. You've got it, half of 90. See the foot come directly over the top of your head. Spread your fingers wide, engage your tricep muscles. Press down through your knuckles and palms rather than your wrists. Press your hands back, roll forward, lift your right leg. Change, right leg down. Relax right leg. Lock left leg, point your left toes and lift your left leg up to at least a 45-degree angle. Half of 90, foot comes over the top of your head. Left leg should be solid. Concrete, one piece, lamp post, unbroken, you have no knee, stretch the big toe back, roll forward, leg up, change, slowly left leg down. Third part, tuck your chin in, mouth down, neck long, bring your arms a little closer underneath you, spread your fingers wide, zip up your legs like a cobra's tail, toes and heels touch, lock your legs, squeeze your butt, point your toes, roll forward, and lift both legs up. Come up, everybody come up. Yes, struggle a little harder. Don't give up. Nice. Mouth down, shoulders down, press the shoulders down. Keep the triceps tight, eyes open. Lock your legs, point your toes, push your hands back, roll forward, legs up, change, slowly lower down. Take your arms out, releasing the tourniquet effect. Look to your right, left ear on your mat. Breathe. As you release the arms from underneath the body, you get a nice rush of blood through the shoulders, elbows, wrists, and fingertips. Sometimes the release from a posture is as therapeutic as the posture itself, right? So when we release out of that asana with an elevated heart rate, we're really kind of like rinsing through the joints in the upper body. Second set, chin forward, arms straight, rotate your arms, palms face the floor. Option to keep your arms out to the side or bring your arms underneath you, stretching out the tendons and ligaments in the arms and hands. Lock your right leg, point your right toes, lift your right leg up. So we're stretching the arms and the hands here. It's particularly good, like if you knit, if you do complicated hairstyles, if you're a hairstylist, if you type or use like a mouse all day, right, at a computer, stuff like that. We're really stretching out through the knuckles, the wrists, the elbows, the shoulders. Lift your leg up, change, right leg down, relax right leg, lock left leg, point left toes, lift left leg up. We're also strengthening the calf, the hamstring, the glute, the spine, the arms. This posture is strength, flexibility, cardiovascular. Press the shoulders down, lock your left leg, lift your leg up, change, left leg down. One leg is practice for two legs. See if you can lift your legs a little higher, second set. Chin in a little bit, mouth down on your mat, arms a little closer, zip up your legs, toes, heels touch, lock your legs, point your toes, roll forward and lift both legs up. In the second set, if you'd like, separate your legs for a second, keep them locked, see if you can lift up higher. Yes, and then bring the knees, feet back together. Squeeze your butt a little bit more in the second set, roll forward a little bit more. Mouth down, point your toes, lift your thighs up, change. Good for you, lower down. Take your arms out, look to the left. Right ear on your mat, big toes together, heels fall open. Inhale and exhale. All you have to do is breathe. Purna Shalabhasana, full locust, chin forward, Arms out to the side like airplane wings. Zip up your legs like a cobra's tail. Toes and heels touch. Lock your legs, squeeze your butt, point your toes, look up and lift. Arms, body, head, legs, everything lifts off the floor like a jumbo jet, taking off. Just your hip bones on the floor, the rest of your body's in the air. Look up to the ceiling where your eyes go. Body knows to follow. Keep your knees, feet together. Good. Drop the shoulders, lift your chest. Keep your neck long. Eyes open, look up a little bit more. Knees, feet together. Can you get one more rib off the floor? Thighs off the floor. Good. Thighs up, chin up, chest up, arms back. Come up a little higher at the end. Good. Change. Lower down with control. No crash landings. Tuck in your wings. Look to the right. Let the cabin decompress. Inhale. And exhale. Second set, chin forward, arms out perpendicular to the body, unless it hurts, in which case, right, you can have your arms down, forward, arms in, lots of options for the shoulders. Zip up your legs, lock your legs, point your toes, look up and lift, everything lifting off the floor. So I once had to do like a whole 6 months where I was doing this in the posture, right? Because it was just not good for the shoulders at the time. Remember that there's always modifications. And if you don't hear a modification for a posture, it doesn't mean it doesn't exist. It just means I'm not naming it or I don't know what it is yet. So if you ever have a question, always happy to talk to you before or after class. Keep your knees, feet together, lock your legs, squeeze your butt, point your toes, lift your thighs up, chin up, chest up, arms back, neck long, lift from the heart space, come up a little higher at the end. Good. Change, lower down, tuck in your wings, look to the left, right here on your mat, and let that one go. So this is the spine strengthening series. In Cobra, we lifted the chest. In Locust, we lifted the legs. In Full Locust, which we just did, we lifted the chest and legs at once. And in our next posture, the last one on our stomach, floor bow, Dhanurasana, we're going to connect the hands and the feet for a deeper back bend and shoulder opener. The sequence of this series makes a lot of sense. Bring your chin forward, bend your legs, grab your feet from the outside, 2 inches below the toes, thumbs with your index fingers, knees, feet close together, point your toes, squeeze your butt, look up towards the ceiling and start to kick into your hands. Good. Continuously keep kicking without stopping, without intermission. It's the kick that drives the posture. Roll forward once, freeze between your ribs and hips, hold still. Try not to rock back and forth. Do little sips of air in and out through your nose. Point your toes to engage the backs of your legs more. Kick from your glutes, kick from your hamstrings, kick from your calves. Keep looking up towards the ceiling and kick a little bit harder. Try to get your thighs off the floor. Knees, ankles, and hips in line, wrists straight, point your toes, look up, kick and kick and kick. Change, lower down slow. Look to your right, left ear on your mat. So sometimes we have to come out of a posture early. Sometimes we fall out or flop out, but in general, you want to go in and out of postures with control. If there's a posture where you're like always having to come out early or like you fall out of it or whatever, right? That's just a sign to go a little bit slower and do a little bit less. We want to be able to hold and breathe and come in and out with a little bit of grace. And of course, remember that, part of innovation and getting to the next step is failure. It does mean that sometimes we do have to come out early or fall out or flop out, and that's okay. You just want it to be like majority of the time with control. Bring your chin forward, bend your legs, grab your feet from the outside, 2 inches below the toes, thumbs with your index fingers, point your toes, squeeze your buns, look up and kick into your hands. I often think, for those of you that have seen Brene Brown's TED Talk, she talks about corporate training and telling people that failure is part of innovation. And they go, yeah, I get it. You might fail. And she says, no, you don't understand. You will fail. Like that is part of the process, right? If you want to learn how to balance on one leg, you must fall out a whole bunch of times first. And that's okay. It's not an if, it's a you will. And that's part of the process. Same thing in every posture. Sometimes we have to come out a little bit early. That's okay. But in general, you want to hold and breathe and control at your deepest point with breath through the nose. Look up, kick, 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 kick. Change slowly with control, lower down. Look to your left, right ear on your mat and let that one go. Bring your chin forward, put your hands on the floor, push up, come to the top of your mat, fix firm Supta Vajrasana. I will show you the first set from the side for the next 4 postures, but you can always face the front of your mat. Open your knees and feet a little bit wider than your butt. Point your toes back and sides of your feet parallel. As you're ready, start to sink your hips down towards the floor. You can keep your hands in front of you, beside you, or behind you the whole time until one day you can sit down between your heels. If you're sitting on your feet, open your feet and knees a little bit wider. If you can sit between your heels and you're not in pain, put your hands on your feet, bend your right elbow down, left elbow down, drop back, head to floor, tuck your chin in, neck, shoulders on the floor, arms over your head, grab your elbows each other and hold. This posture is great for working through lower body tightness. It's good if you have tight toes, ankles, knees, quads, or hips, but keep in mind that a little bit goes a long way. You want to find a place where you feel a stretch, right? But also a place where you can still breathe. If you're making a face or you have to like hold your breath or grit your teeth, it's probably a sign you've gone a little bit too far. If discomfort were like a color and red was like pain, in this posture, maybe you feel like a yellow or even an orange, right? Like, feeling a stretch is okay, but never a point of like sharpshooting red pain. Change, put your hands on your feet, press yourself up, head up last, very nice, turn around, Savasana. Because to be sure, part of yoga is that we are getting comfortable with being uncomfortable. Right? It's okay to be uncomfortable, but it's a little bit different to like be in pain or be putting ourselves or someone else in danger. And, the interesting thing about the nervous system is, especially if we do something new, we go into that lizard brain, that fight, flight, freeze, or fawn response that can trick us into thinking that something that's actually safe is a little bit dangerous. Yoga helps us to breathe through that stuff, but it also helps us to discern between what's a little uncomfortable versus what's harmful. And the harmful stuff we pass on, but the uncomfortable going just to that edge, that's where we dig into and breathe there. You can always skip the sit-ups by rolling off to the side. Otherwise, legs together, arms over your head, chin to chest, sit up. Good. Turn, come to the top of your mat. Second set, knees, feet together, hips on your heels, open your feet. Sit down between your heels. Eventually the knees are together, but keep in mind your knees can be like wider than your mat if that helps you sit down more. Put your palms on your soles, right elbow down, left elbow down, head back, head to floor, tuck your chin in, neck, shoulders on the floor, arms over your head, other elbow on top, hold and breathe. Change, put your hands on your feet, press yourself up, head up last, very nice, turn around, Savasana, head to the front of your mat, feet to the back of your mat. So yoga helps us to like take calculated risks, right? Not like putting ourselves in harm's way, but not in this sequence, but there's yoga postures where you do a handstand or a headstand and like you might fall out, right? But it's about taking calculated risks, learning to breathe through our discomfort, but not going to a point of like, serious pain. Legs together, arms over your head, chin to chest, sit up. Good, turn, come to the back of your mat. Again, I'm showing you from the side. Half tortoise, Ardha Kramasana, sit knees, feet together, hips on your heels, arms up, palms together, only cross your thumbs. Chin away from your chest, stretch up, fold forward with a flat back, straight spine, forehead to floor, little fingers to floor. You can always walk your hands forward, right? You can walk yourself in and out of this posture, palms together, tilt your pinky fingers down, lock your arms, keep your neck spine long. Just your pinky fingers touch the floor, the rest of your arms are in the air. Reach your arms forward, sink your hips down, stretch, stretch, stretch. Change, come on up, arms with ears. Good, arms down, turn around, Savasana. And the interesting thing, right, about like discomfort versus pain is like, that is something that only you can decide. That is not for your yoga teacher to decide what is safe for you and what is not. That is your choice, right? You know your body better than anyone else. I know the yoga sequence fairly well. So between the two of us, we can usually figure out modifications, but it is for you to decide what is safe for your body. That is your choice always. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Good, turn, come to the back of your mat, knees, feet together, hips on your heels, arms up, palms together, cross your thumbs, other thumb on top, stretch up and go down. Remember, you can put your hands on the floor and walk yourself in and out of it, or forehead to floor, little fingers to floor. Reach your arms forward, sink your hips down, re-energize, reorganize, revitalize, stretch. Change, come on up, arms with ears, very nice, arms down, turn around, Savasana, head to the front of your mat, feet to the back of your mat. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Good, turn, come to the top of your mat for Camel Ustrasana, our deepest back bend. Stand on your knees, 6 inches between your knees and your feet. Place your hands on your lower back, thumbs outside, fingers down to the floor. Press your hips forward, keep your eyes open, lift your nose and chin. If it feels good, let your head drop back. Option to stay here or go back halfway, freeze in the middle. Option to stay here or right hand down, grab your right heel, left hand down, grab your left heel. Thumbs outside, fingers inside, full palm grip on your heels. If you can't grab your heels, keep your hands on your back. It's safer for your spine, better support. Press stomach, thighs, hips forward, lift your chest up, head back. Change, put your hands on your back first for support. Press yourself up without twisting your spine, head up last, stretch up, sit down, turn around, Savasana, head to the front of your mat, feet to the back of your mat. I shared this earlier this week in class too, but there's a pizza place in my parents' neighborhood in Seattle that I follow on Instagram, and they had this whole, social media thing this week about explaining the process of making their dough, and it's a whole complicated process, and it frankly reminded me a lot of yoga. It's a lot of like experimentation, it's both science and artistry, and then there's a lot of and then you just wait around for the dough to rise, right? There's a lot of patience or waiting involved in both pizza dough and yoga. But their final slide on it said, all we know for certain is that our dough will be different next year, as in they're constantly innovating what they're doing with their pizza dough. And I absolutely loved that, right? I don't know what the next year will bring, but if I'm lucky enough to be practicing the sequence next year, I don't know what it will look like, but I know that it will be different. And I wish that for all of us, right? Both to practice ahimsa, non-harm, and to not get stuck, right? To keep innovating. Legs together, arms over your head, chin to chest, sit up. Good, turn, come to the top of your mat, second set. You can open your knees a little wider. I like to roll up my mat, so there's extra padding under my knees. You're welcome to do the same. 8 to 10 inches between your knees, 6 inches between your feet. Put your hands on your lower back, bring elbows close together, press your hips forward, lift your chest. Second set probably will feel different. Look up, lift your nose, lift your chin. One day head drops back. Option to stay here or go back halfway, freeze in the middle. Option to stay here or left hand down, grab your left heel. Right hand down, grab your right heel, full palm grip on your heels. It's almost like you're pulling on your heels so you don't fly forward. Push stomach, thighs, hips forward, lift your chest up, drop your head back. When you're ready, place your hands on your back, press yourself up, head up last, stretch up, sit down, turn around, Savasana. The interesting thing about innovation in bodily movement is a lot of times in other athletic endeavors, to get to the next step can be really dangerous, right? Like a great example is at the Olympics, snowboarders doing these crazy jumps. They get hurt. A lot of them have knee replacements by the time they're 40, right? Because for them to get to the next step, is inherently dangerous. What's cool about yoga is it can be a lifelong practice where you're constantly innovating without putting yourself in a position where like you could break your back, right? That is the goal, to be able to practice throughout your life innovatively, always learning something new about yourself, about your body, but not in a way where like you over practice and then you can't practice at all. Legs together, arms over your head, chin to chest, sit up. Good. And running, there's this idea of like, it's better to undertrain for a marathon and still be able to run the marathon than overtrain and then like you're out, right? Rabbit, Vasasana, knees, feet together, hips on your heels, grab your heels from behind, thumbs outside, fingers inside, full palm grip on your heels, stretch up, tuck your chin to your chest and go down. Forehead to knees, top of head to floor. Option to stay here with your hips on your heels or really pull on your heels. Keep your feet on the floor. Don't lose the grip and lift your hips up. If there's a gap between your knees and head, you can walk your knees up one by one, but head stays in place. Try to lock your arms. Lift your shoulders. It might sound counterintuitive, but lifting your shoulders up when you're upside down actually lengthens and decompresses the neck spine. Squeeze your heels together. Press your hips forward more. One day hips over knees. Round your spine. Change, bring your hips down first, slowly pull yourself out. Head up last. Very nice, turn around, Savasana, head to the front of your mat, feet to the back of your mat. Breathe. Legs together, arms over your head, chin to chest, sit up. Great, turn, come to the middle of your mat, second set. Knees, feet together, hips on your heels. Grab your heels from the outside, thumbs outside, fingers inside, full palm grip on your H-E-E-L-S heels. Stretch up, chin to chest, go down. Try to feel each and every vertebrae moving. Anytime we round the spine, right, we want to go really slow in and out of it. Forehead to knees, top of head to floor. Option to stay here with your hips down or pull on your heels. Don't lose the grip, lift your hips up. Keep your feet, ankles, shins, and knees firmly in the floor. Press down through your feet, roll forward like a wheel, lift your shoulders, squeeze your heels together, squeeze your heels together, squeeze your heels together. Sometimes you have to hear things a few times to internalize the message. So if nobody has told you this yet this morning, you are loved. You are loved. You are so loved. Bring your hips back down to your heels. Change, slowly uncurl so your head comes up last. Very nice. Turn around, Savasana. So through mindful embodied practices like yoga, rather than trying to prove that we're worthy of love, we're coming here to remind ourselves, right, that we're inherently loved, inherently worthy of love. You're reminding yourself of your grace, your poise, your intelligence, your compassion, your humor, your creativity, right? You're remembering all those things about yourself, not proving them. Legs together, arms over your head, chin to chest, sit up. Good, turn, come to the middle of your mat, Janushirasana, head to knee pose, right leg out, left leg in, two legs make an L, a 90-degree angle. Inhale your arms over your head, big stretch up. Exhale, stomach in, turn to your right, tuck your chin to your chest, put your forehead on your knee. You can bend your right leg to bring your knee and head together. Bring the mountain to Muhammad. Interlock your 10 fingers up to the webbing under the ball of your right foot, flex your toes back, bend your elbows down. Change, arms up, left leg out, right leg in, heel to costume, big stretch up, turn to your left, chin to chest, touch your forehead to your knee, interlock your 10 fingers up to the webbing under the ball of your foot, flex your toes back, stretching the Achilles, bend the elbows down, pull the abdomen in. Change, arms up, both legs out in front of you. If you're skipping, sit up, stay here. Otherwise, lay down, let your spine realign and sit up. Good. Paschimottanasana stretching. Look forward. Bend your knees. Hook onto your big toes with peace sign fingers. Thumbs on top. Scoot your butt back. Right, left. 10 to 15 times. Knees can stay bent if it helps you keep a flat back. If your legs are straight, stick your butt out. Lock your legs. Puff up your chest and fold. Roll your shoulders back and down. Bend the elbows down. Come down with a flat back. So rather than rounding your spine, arch your spine. Stomach to thighs, chest to knees. One day toes and head touch. Good. Change. Come on up. Turn around. Savasana. One of the things I mentioned that we're reminding ourselves of is our humor. And you have to have a good sense of humor to practice yoga, because It is pretty funny at times, like the ways that we twist and the ways that we get stuck or the ways that we fall out, right? You have to have a good sense of humor if you're practicing this long term, because sometimes you just have to laugh a little bit. Legs together, arms over your head, chin to chest, sit up. Sometimes we cry a little bit too. Sometimes we cry and then we laugh, or we laugh until it turns to tears. Right leg out, left leg in, sole of left foot pushes into inner right thigh bicep. Inhale, arms up, big stretch up. Exhale, turn to your right, chin to chest, touch your forehead to your knee. If it's easy to touch your forehead to your knee, keep going. Press your heel forward. If it's easy to straighten your leg, keep going. Lock your leg, get your heel off the floor. Can you touch your elbows to the floor? Left elbow down, left shoulder down, roll into the left. Change, arms up, left leg out, right leg in, big stretch up. Turn to your left, chin to chest, touch your forehead to your knee. This is great practice for standing head to knee without having to balance. Feel what it feels like. Have your forehead on your knee, elbows sandwiching the calf muscles, sandwich, two shoulders and hips in line. Change, arms up, both legs out in front of you, lie down. Don't get stuck down there, sit up. Second set stretching, bend your knees, hook onto your big toes with peace sign fingers, thumbs on top, scoot your butt back, right, left, right, left. Again, knees can stay bent if it helps you keep a flat back. If your legs are straight, stick your butt out even more. Lock your legs, fold. Rather than rounding the spine, lengthen from the lower, middle, upper back, shoulders back, chest forward. Keep your neck long so you're not dropping your head down, but you also don't need to like jut it all the way down, right? Like a nice long neck, roll the shoulders back. Stick your butt out, fold forward, change, come on up, turn around, Savasana. Breathe. For example, this next posture is called half Lord of the Fish pose, which is like kind of a funny name, right? So we're going to make half of a Lord of a fish with our body. Here we go, legs together, arms over your head, chin to chest, sit up. Ardha Matsyendrasana. This is our final spinal. Bend your left leg on the floor, touch your right heel to your left knee, right hand close behind you, left arm up, bend over, grab your left knee with your left hand. Can also grab your yoga mat, can also keep your left leg straight in front of you, lots of options. Inhale, stretch up, stomach in. Exhale, look over, right shoulder twist back. You can keep your right hand close behind you for balance. You can also take it off the floor and grab your hip, your waistband, or even reach around. Try to touch your left thigh with your right hand for a half bind. Evenly distribute your body weight on both sit bones, sit up nice and tall. Inhale, stretch up, stomach in. Exhale, look over, right shoulder twist, twist, twist. Change, unwind, swap out your legs, wee, bend your right leg on the floor, touch left heel to right knee, left arm behind you, close behind you, right arm up and over, grab a right knee with right hand, point your right toes. Inhale, stretch up, stomach in, exhale, look over, left shoulder twist. So notice if you're leaning way back, walk your hand in right behind you, right? You can keep it here for stability or reach behind you, catch your right thigh with your left hand, drop the shoulders, lift the chest, right knee down, left foot down, keep your right toes pointed, inhale, stretch up. Exhale, look back, twist, twist, twist. Good. Change, unwind, turn around, Savasana. Breathe. Legs together, arms over your head, chin to chest, sit up. Good. Turn, come to the middle of your mat, Kapalabhati. Knees, feet together, hips on your heels, hands on your thighs. If it hurts to sit on your feet, what are you doing? Sit on your butt, crisscross applesauce with your legs straight in front of you. Every once in a while, try to sit on your feet. We're going to exhale through our mouth. As you exhale through your mouth, pull your abdomen in. When the stomach relaxes, the lungs automatically but subtly take in air. You barely notice it's happening. All you have to do is exhale. Lick your lips, swallow a couple times. Concentrate, meditate. Don't forget to have fun. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. If you're sitting crisscross applesauce, switch it up, other leg on top. Lock your arms, lift your shoulders. Pardon me, drop your shoulders, lift your chest. There we go. Second set, harder, better, faster, stronger. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good for you. Honor yourself. Give yourself a hug. High five. Pat on the back. Turn around. Final Savasana. Close your eyes. Open your arms and legs. Take up as much or as little space as you'd like. And take a nice, slow, easy breath in through the nose and out through the nose. Usually the hardest part of yoga class is getting to yoga class, and you did that. And then usually at some point in class, there's a moment of, why did I come here? And you got through that. And then usually there's a moment of like, yes, and you did that, and a moment of, oh dear, and you got through that too. And now you're here in final Savasana. And this is a gift, again, that you have given yourself and that nobody can take away from you. If at any point during today you find some negative self-talk or doubt creeping up on you, think back to how you spent your morning with yourself and how you invested in yourself today. And that is a bet that you will win every single time, right? So good for you for practicing yoga today. Breathe in through the nose, out through the nose. You are so very alive and you are so very loved.